Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Umbaglo, and with me once again is...
Megalomaniac, hello internet.
Good day. So, last time we...
Did stuff.
Yeah, we did some stuff, but that's not all that important. The real important thing is that Season 9 launched this week,
Yes.
which comes with some pretty awesome stuff. I haven't done um, all of the new queued stuff yet. For some reason, there isn't a lot of people wanting to do the ground Undyne mission, which is kind of weird.
Who knew? People not wanting to do ground combat in this game.
Yeah, but it's not even like a ground fight. That's kind of the weird thing. Like it is basically you going around doing some sleuthing.
You know what I'm
So,
betting?
That
I'm
sounds.
betting it is not a thing people want to pug.
Yeah, that may be the thing.
Yeah, just because the nature of it. Also, by the way,
Yeah.
last week some dipshit Tal Shiar guys were fucking with the Borg cube, and
Oh, that's right. That was.
it went
those
bad.
missions.
Go
Yeah,
figure.
that was the missions we were doing. Yeah. We helped some Tal Shiar guys as we tried to ingrain ourselves into their organization.
We're gonna continue to do that.
Yeah. First, I just want to talk about a few of the new things. One of
Yes.
the really big new things is that they changed the way the trait system works. So now, at any time when you are in sector space or in a non-combat social zone,
Such
you
as
can
right now.
such as where we are right now, you can change all of your traits for free. At the very least, the majority of them. Why do I have 2 copies of Romulan Operative turned on?
One's ground, one's space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was wondering the exact same thing just now. No?
Yeah.
No, they're
So-
both space. Actually, I have 3 copies of Romulan Operative. What the?
Okay, I just have 2. It
Could be a bug.
could
They've been
could be
doing...
it could also just be yeah, it could just be misrepresenting one of them.
Yeah.
Regardless, so now all your traits are organized in a bunch of categories. So all your personal traits, so traits that you unlock as you level up or get from various sources, such as lockbox prizes or missions, you can activate here. If you complete any space reputation tiers, or any of the reputation system tiers, you get space and ground reputation traits that you can slot. And then once you cap out on a reputation, you get an active power, and then you can slot those as well.
Yeah. One thing I kind of read they were planning on maybe doing is splitting active into space and ground too, but it literally won't matter for at least a month.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that may actually be a pretty good idea. I mean,
Well, because otherwise people are just going to spec whether or not what they're going into, but
yeah,
at this point literally doesn't matter because there's only 2 of each at this moment, not counting the Undyne one, and nobody's going to be able to cap out Undyne for, what, like 30 days?
if the fastest you can do Undyne is
You can get 3,100 a day.
it's
100,000.
Yeah. So
well, that's technically not true. 3,100 every 20 hours. So if someone was obsessive with it, they could probably shave a few days off that. But
yeah. So there's not that many different active powers, and they alternate with what each active power ends up being as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's has gone space ground. The Undyne one is space, and it's kind of a weird space one too.
What is it? I haven't actually looked yet.
It's basically a shield generator in space. You basically
that sounded cool.
Yeah, like a 2.5 kilometer radius. It regenerates the shields for allies within the area of effect.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll talk a little bit more about some Season 9 stuff, but we should at least start this next mission.
Probably.
Where we are now going to...
Considering directly after us, we're going to go do the featured episode in another video.
Yes.
Look forward to that.
So now we're going to go to a colony where there's some fugitives and, what the Tal Shiar would call terrorists. So we are going to go and make examples of them.
Are we really going to help the Tal
Of course,
Shiar
Tovan doesn't
invade
like
another
this,
Romulan colony like ours?
which that makes a lot of sense. All right, so yes, do we mention the Undyne lockbox last week, or was that after we recorded?
No, we didn't find out about the Undyne
Yeah,
lockbox until
yeah, I think that was on Monday. And like I
yeah.
expected it, but to be honest, we
Yeah, they
also
waited a long time to announce the lockbox
yeah, it
system.
was really kind of weird. But it's probably because of like the Easter long weekend.
Oh yeah, people got to go to Easter.
Um, so yeah, so the new lockbox is a Undyne based one. The prize is an Undyne escort, and the Lobby store comes with an Undyne cruiser. The cruiser is actually pretty neat. I decided to buy it for my main character. It's got a really crazy turn radius for a cruiser. It's 11.
It wasn't like 10 or 11. It's
Yeah,
basically science vessel
yeah,
range.
11 base rating, which is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Even
isn't the Avenger
is only
like
like
that?
8. Yeah, so the Avenger isn't very like the Avenger is slightly slower, but the Avenger is also.
Yeah, 'cause I know it was still pretty fast.
Oh yeah,
for a
yeah.
cruiser.
The Avenger is still
Or
really fast.
Not fast so much as mobile.
Yeah, the Avenger is really fast for a cruiser. Yeah, because the Avenger's turn rate is very similar to a science vessel as well, but it's a little bit slower because I think the Avenger is 8 or 9.
Yeah, I kind of want to get an Avenger eventually.
The Avenger is such a great ship. I'm planning on using my Avenger more once I get a little further in the Undyne reputation, because the sets for that one are DPS based. So I want to
and phaser based.
DPS or disruptors
Or disruptor based.
You can.
You got your choice.
And regardless of what your faction is, you can choose to have either one, which is nice because they haven't really had that kind of option from the reputations yet. Because even
no,
even the STF system one is anti-proton, as I recall.
Yeah, those aren't from rep, but
yeah,
at least I don't think they're.
Well, no, it is rep.
Okay.
Um,
I'll have to check again because I didn't. I'm not at tier 5 yet, so maybe that's when they unlock.
Okay, maybe.
But I had ground weapons, but I didn't have access to space.
There were space ones.
Then again, it could be bugged.
The Tal Shiar will die.
So then we just straight up tell this guy that, hey, we're actually here to help.
Hi, we're spies. Please don't tell anyone.
Although he is expected that this day would come, and he's got a plan.
He must arm our final defenses.
Which is a Thalaron weapon hidden within this colony. Because that sounds like a good idea.
This reminds me of a particularly grim episode of Doctor Who where they revealed that UNIT, aka the good guys, had basically planted a bunch of nukes all around the Earth to completely destroy it, rather than face alien conquest or something.
Right.
The Doctor, basically totally bitch slapped them for doing that, but shoot this guy. Dodge! Still got photon grenade 1.
Oh, geez, yeah. Oh, so that's the other really cool thing that they changed in Season 9. The kit system got a pretty massive overhaul, which we can't quite make use of right now because Cryptic has Yeah,
We
we
don't
don't
have
have
any
any
of
of the
these
new
characters,
kit
but-
frames. So only a few of the old kit frames are able to be upgraded to the new stuff.
Yeah, basically
Which
only
is
the
only
fleet
the
ones.
fleet style ones, yeah. Because since the other styles were very arbitrary, Cryptic didn't want to. We need to stay back here for a little bit longer.
Why is there a...
Yeah.
Oh, protect the shuttle.
Cryptic didn't want to have to generate a shop that had every potential type of kit configuration, which I'm sure as you can understand, that's like pretty. That would be
Yeah.
a massive, gigantic store.
Yeah, they wouldn't have the kit thing done.
So yes,
yet.
so hopefully we will come across a few of the kit frames and modules so we can show how that system is supposed to work. But if not,
Yeah, if nothing else, you can
Yeah.
display it in the featured episode.
yeah,
so you can
I
chat
have
one.
some of that stuff on my main character.
I have some stuff. I just haven't gotten together a complete kit yet because I can't find what I want. And as new stuff in MMOs goes, it is ridiculously inflated on the
Yeah,
the auction.
go figure. Whoever would have expected that? Yes, the auction house is a little on the crazy side at the moment.
Yeah, it'll
Oh yeah,
stabilize in, like,
it'll stabilize eventually.
a few
But
weeks.
yeah, it's a little crazy how
we going this way first? Okay.
how it's currently looking because there's so
Yeah, it's like $1 million for.
yeah.
Well, the first day it was like $1 million for a green. Now it's at least $1 million
that's
for a purple.
that's good at least.
But there is a repeatable mission that gives you a purple Mark 11, which I think is just kind of any for your class. So I'm gonna try running.
I'm
it a few more
pretty
times, see what else I
sure
can
that it is, and for a time it was actually an unbound item.
get. Yeah, the one I have is unbound.
It
I should
may
actually just sell
be
Take advantage of
bound,
that market.
bind up pickup now, because people were definitely running it to grab modules to sell in the auction house for a tidy sum.
Yes. Now it is a kind of it's a lengthy mission. It's the redone version of Assimilation, which we did before. And
Yeah,
we will
because
do again,
they
but
entirely redid the Borg and Undyne missions as we mentioned last week. They are a lot
better now.
and in general, they're shorter too. Assimilation is still kind of lengthy, but
It's lengthy, but
Yeah.
not in the same way, because you're not. As I put it, it's tough at the end because the actual Assimilate Undyne is tough. It's not tough at the end because you aggro
Yeah,
the entire room and they are slowly
yeah,
marching
if
at
folks
you
remember
at
when
once.
we tried to do that mission and we were thinking of trying to clear out the room and that being real dumb, yeah, it's way better.
Well, see, every subsequent time I've did that, I ended up aggroing the whole room, so I'm wondering if it's just kind of programmed that way.
it is possible to.
Do I just suck that much?
It is possible, like
Okay.
in the old version, it is possible to set it up so that you it is possible for you to only engage small groups. You don't have to engage them all. And I've never had a situation where I've engaged everyone. If I engaged everyone, it's because I chose to, which is always a bad idea.
Okay.
Especially when you're
yes.
dealing with the new style board.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably show that up at the end of this, just because they are substantially, entirely redone. The only one that even bears any resemblance is
I
Assimilation,
think the
actually.
nicest thing about Assimilation is that they've redone the actual map as well to be of the same style as the when they redid the STFs. So it's a new it's
Yeah.
inside.
Actually, I take it back. The
The
first
first
one
one,
is actually similar too. So
yeah.
it's just the later two that are kind of,
The
or
yeah the middle two
the second and the fourth
are a fair different. Like the same story beats are there. All of them are basically the same
Yeah.
mission, but how they are
Yeah, but
how they are
we'll get
done
there.
is usually quite different.
Yeah, and I'm hoping, and I think they've expressed desire to go back at some point and redo the Federation Federation Romulan missions and the Cardassian missions to be,
That'd be
a
nice.
new style too. So I don't know if that's something in the pipeline or just
Yeah, it may just be something they
kinda
want to do because yeah, some of those missions also kind of drag a lot and don't flow quite as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's really, there is a real difference in noting like enemy numbers of how long you're actually just sitting there
Yeah.
fighting between older missions.
Also, there's just a fairly as much as I like what they have done, for some reason it let me target that Alachi Walker.
I've been able
Well,
to
yeah,
target
'cause
them. I
it's-
can't really attack them, but
Pretty far away.
hitting tab brings them up.
Yeah, as folks will remember when we have done some of those, some of those. I think the Cardassian ones especially, that they have a good story they're trying to tell during that arc, but the missions themselves are
they're
themselves
just
are
kind of padded out
sabotaged by their
too much.
length.
Like the one where you rescue the rapier, where you have to deal with like 5 or 6
Yeah,
different
you have.
directing the wormhole. It could be.
Yeah, you have to.
It would be better if it was
that
like
entire
2 or 3.
wormhole section was maybe half the length. Because you have to fly that whole thing twice, and the second time you have to drag the rapier behind you.
Yeah. But I mean, that's I'm sure they know that too.
Yeah,
it's just a
getting
matter
the
of
resources,
time and resources, and right now they're doing bug fixes for this season still, and they are. I garnered all this by looking at the STO wiki and looking at upcoming stuff when I was looking up stuff for season 9, and they are supposedly working on
I know that
right
they
now,
have talked.
Like I think expansion 2 is supposed to be out before
expansion
season
2 is probably where they are going to do the if they are going to do a level increase, which they say they want to do. They have made it clear that they are willing to give a rank increase to full general or full admiral, and to go alongside it, they are willing to that is when they want to give the space team feature, which I am super looking forward to that, because I have so many ships that I want to use that if I can have 4 allied ships together, I would be pretty cool with that.
Yeah. And now we have to defend this guy while he uses a weapon
This
of mass
guy is
destruction.
finally cluing in that we aren't actually here to help him.
That's okay, we'll
That's
just
right.
kill him, and then he won't be able to tell anybody.
If no
Cover
one's alive
safe.
to tell the tale, then there won't be a tale to be told. That's right. Yes.
Exactly. Or we get to write it, like history. But yeah, that would be cool. And I'm wondering if
They
adding another
have
faction
made
with that.
some overtures about new factions they want to add. Like they have said in a vague sense that they would that they are interested in adding Cardassians as a faction and Liberated Borg as a faction. I'm sure they are working on the logistics of that. Because how is that going to make sense?
Given things I've seen, if they're doing a new faction in expansion 2, I probably would lean it toward being more the Borg than the Cardassians. just because the way the seasons have been going, they've kind
Yeah,
of
like
been pushing
that's
more toward the Delta Quadrant.
they could
stuff
also
than
make the
the
new
Gamma
faction
Quadrant.
be someone different that is from the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah, there could be like. Actually, that'd be cool. Kind of an alliance of Delta Quadrant, like a Delta Quadrant version of the Federation. So you could be like Kazon or Okampa or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, whoops, we got played.
You said you would protect me. You said you would help us.
It fell right into our clever ruse.
Yes. It's a good thing Sela probably doesn't remember meeting us.
Oh
at
no,
the,
I'm pretty sure she
conference
knows
thing.
us, and she is.
Yeah, she probably does, which means we should
Like, the
probably
fact that
be
she
crapping
is-
our pants right about now.
playing along, or well, the fact that, yeah,
Or she really
although
believes we joined
she,
Tal Shiar.
like, if
She's not
she's
that
going to
dumb.
be the leader of the Tal Shiar, she is not stupid.
Yeah.
So, like, she probably does think that we are helping, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if some of this, like, if that engagement was also partially to burn bridges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Totally
totally
could've
could have
gone
gone worse.
worse.
We could have both been tossed. Yeah, we could have both been tossed into the brig.
She could have killed us.
I don't know. Perhaps the greater good will outweigh this tragedy.
All right. What else is new and cool in season 9? It's a whole bunch of new loading screens, which were actually
You're probably seeing
from a
some right
screenshot
now
contest.
because they're
Yeah,
screenshots.
Yeah,
Like
so
that
they're
one-
from a screenshot
well-
contest, and some of them look real nice, and there are a few of them which are actually especially interesting because they're recreations of famous scenes.
Mhm.
Like there's one that I, like, for some reason I get it like all the time on my main character, which is a shot of a sovereign facing off against a scimitar.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I haven't seen Star Trek Nemesis since the one time I saw it in theaters, but it's probably like actually from like close enough to a scene from the movie.
Yeah, the sovereign that they use is clearly not like the Enterprise sovereign, but it is close.
Oh, now we could go to the Hobus system.
Yeah,
See what's up there.
clearly nothing bad.
Well, no, nothing bad can happen now because the star's already gone supernova. So,
Yeah,
unless it like spontaneously collapses into a black hole while we're sitting there, which I don't think is possible in real life. It might be possible in Star Trek. That said, I don't claim to be an astrophysicist, so it could be possible in real life.
yeah. Who knows? Not us.
Actual Neil deGrasse Tyson probably knows.
Yeah, probably.
Carl Sagan probably knows. Stephen Hawking probably knows.
Oh, so I've actually got a tactical kit frame. So I can just show off at least what the kit frames are. So the way the kit system works now is that they're based on frames and modules. The frames are used to hold the modules, and the modules themselves are the abilities. So as opposed to pre-season 9 where you just got a prepackaged bundle of abilities, you can now customize what actual powers you bring with you into a mission. If you equip a kit module while you are in a mission, and you can equip kit modules at any time, they are not restricted at any point. But if you equip a kit module during a ground mission, it triggers a 30-second cooldown.
Yeah, it's to prevent like I use an ability, then I slot the exact same ability and use it again.
Or even just flipping between different abilities.
Yeah. Probably really fast reaction speed to do that remotely efficiently, but
Uh,
people will do
yeah.
things.
So now kit frames are a separate item, and as they go up in rank, you get more slots. With it going up to 5 slots when you are at Mark 12. When they go up in rarity, they get more. They get bonuses to various ground abilities. So, for example, I as a tactical captain, we may find a kit frame that say gives a bonus to grenades or a bonus to like, well, if we look at our skills, so like I could see one that has plus 23 grenade skill or plus 10 special forces skill. So it basically acts as a full, like just a normal bonus to our skills, just like almost anything else. Also, at the purple or the ultraviolet colors, so very rare or ultra rare, there's also the chance that they will have just straight up passive abilities or a effect that applies when you use certain powers. I have only seen these on special kit frames so far. So things like the kit frame which comes out of the new Undyne lockbox, and I believe the kit frame which you get as part of the featured episode for season 9 has one as well. We'll verify that in the supplemental video. But for the most part, the kit frame gives you a few extra bonuses to skills, which is actually pretty nice because for the most part, there actually is no way to get more. Like before season 9, there was no way to get more points in your ground skills, which at the same time wasn't necessarily a bad thing because people don't really like ground combat.
Yeah, I imagine this kit system is probably breathing a bit more life into ground combat. It's between it and the Undyne, or not the Undyne, the Voth battle zone
the
they did.
Voth battle zone is honestly straight up some of the best ground combat in the entire game.
So I think they're working on it in ways they can. I mean, obviously it would be way better if they could just wholesale take what Neverwinter did to this engine's
it is the same engine. But Cryptic uses a common platform for all of their titles.
Yeah, it would obviously be better if they could just straight up take that.
It's probably unlikely, although.
Probably
although you never know,
expensive.
like maybe one of the big things that they want to do for expansion number 2. But that
maybe that would be because I'm waiting to see what something what the focus of it will be.
And if it is going to be later this year, in a few months we'll probably see them start at least doing some talking.
Yeah. The other thing that got leaked, and this is, again, like, complete hearsay, but... Oh, no, not complete hearsay. But supposedly Garrett Wang, who played Harry Kim, is doing some voice work for the game at some point. Yeah, this was something he himself said over, like, Twitter or something.
I am looking forward.
I don't know if that
I know
ties
that,
into...
one of the big things that Cryptic has been doing in the recent seasons, season 8 and season 9, has been a bigger focus on the Delta Quadrant stuff.
So
see
what happened to Harry Kim.
they've just got.
It was always just cool to see them.
Yeah.
Get the guys back.
And he's a cool guy.
Or yeah, I shouldn't say guys,
Yeah.
guys and girls, because the first one they got in fact was Denise Crosby's.
Or at the very least, the first one after the
Well, the
game,
first one
yeah, the first one
reprising a
after the
character.
game came out, because the game did launch
Yeah.
with Leonard Nimoy as Spock.
That's true. So it would be cool
Yeah,
to see who
no,
else.
I would
in the future.
really like to see a few more.
Redo State of Q with like John Delancey or I don't know the name of the guy.
You know what? They would probably have to get a different actor for that anyway.
But if it would be more memorable
It
to make it
would.
John Delancey Q.
I don't know if like that's something that they could afford, because to be fairly
not-
blunt, like all the people they've gotten.
Like I could see them not affording Patrick Stewart, but John Delancey's he does about the same amount of stuff as Michael Dorn and Tim Russ have done. Like they all three of them do a lot of like cartoon voice acting. So yeah, it's like Patrick Stewart who's in he's got X-Men coming out in like 3 weeks.
Actually,
he's probably
just
a
a few weeks ago there was an episode of The Mentalist which featured a very old Q on it. Like, I guess they aged him up a little bit.
John Delancey.
Although he is also kind of getting old too.
Late 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 50s probably. I could be completely off. He could be like 67. I just don't realize it. But no, I know it's like I know he did My Little Pony,
where he basically
so he's not
played Q.
He's not snooty. Yeah, he played Q. I'm not a brony. I just have seen certain episodes of the show, such as the one that had Q in it, because that was hilarious.
Yeah, I have heard of it.
At least, yeah, you could look up clips at least, because it's pretty funny. Because it's basically Q if Q were like this weird chimera dragon thing. Then he apparently he didn't when he did it, he didn't realize it was this huge thing. So once he found out, it just kind of fascinated him. But yeah, it's like I could see them getting Q. I couldn't see them getting William Shatner. I couldn't see them getting Jerry Ryan because I know she at least still does a lot of TV work. For well, I don't know if it's still on. I know she did some crime show recently. So what?
Apparently, there's a bunch of Iconian technology around here.
Whoops! Iconians suck.
Yeah, Iconians are actually really jerkish.
I know. A bunch of pansies. They should show their faces.
The guards we've already shot up?
Do you even understand Key's role in all of this? He is just as responsible for the destruction of the homeworld as I am.
So this is where we find out the truth behind what happened to the Romulan homeworld.
Yeah.
My only goal is to help our people. Before you decide who you be, give me a chance to explain.
Yeah, I actually found that this explanation for it to be actually kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Also, her actually from actual Star Trek Next Generation, not the actress, I'm assuming. But
I don't think it's the same actress, but it is definitely this character
she
is
was
from
actually in the episode of TNG with the first Iconian Gateway. So
yeah, and in the if I remember correctly, during the set, like during the background, she became the Empress for a time, and because of the explosion, that's where she was deposed.
That one I'm not sure on, but I don't know.
It's
Well,
it was because she was not able to keep everything together because of Sayla. So Sayla deposed her.
yeah. Well, yeah. You mean before
Yeah,
STO?
yes, yeah,
Because
before STO. Because
Nemesis
yes,
had
she has been.
Nemesis had a bald Picard clone guy being the he wasn't the Emperor, but he was the ruler of the the chief Romulan guy.
We can change the past.
The Prelat?
Yeah, or Praetor maybe. So
Yeah.
we tried to bring her in, but she kind of ran into the assumedly the Iconian Gateway.
Or she's running towards the Iconian Gateway.
Yeah. Also, we can show it better when once the firefight ends. But Chevron 7 locked anybody?
Yeah. In fact, actually, during some of the lead up to the release of Legacy of Romulus, they have someone from Cryptic has actually gone on record saying that the design of this room
It's an intentional homage to
is an
Stargate.
intentional homage to Stargate. Yeah, this is not the fact that this looks a lot like the gate room is not an accident.
So we have to go through this way, I believe?
Yeah, we have to go through there. I mean, to be honest,
The similarities between the Iconian gates and the Stargates are very strong. So, and the idea of having this type of control room for an Iconian gate is also really, like, it's unique to Stargate.
So I don't know what just happened, but it sounds like you just turned on like a robot voice filter.
must be an issue with Skype.
There you go. Yeah, it's probably just an issue with Skype, but
Yeah,
it sounded really hilarious to me.
Probably a bandwidth thing.
Actually, you sound like. Have you ever seen Extra Credits, the like web show on YouTube about like the gaming industry and stuff like that?
I've seen a few.
Yeah, you basically sound like what the guy does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you sound a lot like what the guy does to his. I can't remember his name.
I don't know what the guy's name is.
I know the consultant's James. What's the other guy's name? God, it's gonna bug me out. I'm gonna have to look this up because I feel really bad. But well, he's the one always talking, so he never says his own name. Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel, I think. I don't know his last name, but
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few episodes, but I haven't been like following it or paying attention.
I subscribe on YouTube, and it's like 6 minutes a week. So
Okay.
it's really interesting.
Oh no, it
is.
is. It is.
Into game. Well, I'm not going to be a game developer in any sense of the word ever, but
I wouldn't say
still
that.
Hearing stuff. Well, not as a career.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's still interesting to see, just talk or listen and think about stuff like that.
It is.
For example, supposing what voice actors STO can afford. Robert Picardo. They could probably get Robert Picardo.
I would really want them.
That would be awesome.
I would really want them to get Barkley. I still want them to get Barkley.
Barkley and Robert Picardo.
They have name dropped Barkley in one of the lore blog posts. I like the idea that you don't have enough time to get beamed to your ship, but you have enough time to run into the gateway.
Clearly.
Yeah, yes, that makes perfect sense.
So we found out that Terrace is partially responsible for destroying the homeworld because she was fucking with Iconian technology.
Yeah, and she was
good for her.
Yeah, and not only was she playing around with the Iconian technology, but she was also being directed. So, in a sense, so yes, it's her fault, but at the same time,
that's the Iconian's fault too.
If something bad has happened in Star Trek Online, the Iconians probably did it.
Yes. Which probably bugs a lot of people, but
there is totally one scene in the new Borg and Undyne missions, which was added to lay to rest why the Undyne are being assholes. In previous, like in the original story, it was like they told you why, but it was really more of a vague. Like they left it open to interpretation. Like they told you why the Iconian, not the Iconians, but why the Undyne were attacking, but it was really more like, yes, this is why they're doing it, but we don't know why they're doing it.
Yeah.
And now they have straight up said this is why they're doing it.
Yeah. So, funny thing, do we have to do this one on our own?
Yeah, the
Yes, we do.
mission thing actually
Okay.
straight up says can only be completed in single player, which,
Yeah.
considering what this
Doesn't-
mission is,
Makes sense.
yes, it makes perfect sense.
So, are we gonna do this now? Because I mean, it does lead to. I forgot this led directly from the last.
We should do this one now because
Okay. We
this
got.
the
We're
next
only 40 minutes.
yeah
in.
the next mission is if I remember correctly, the next mission is Temporal Ambassador. So
Yeah.
if we're gonna
Oh right, and then we go into the.
then we go into the
Nimbus stuff again.
then we go to Nimbus stuff again. Yeah, so we ran through that gateway and somehow we ended up on the Kiev ship.
Whoops!
Also, the
Darn messing with gateways that go anywhere.
the mission debriefing and the mission briefing also have a weird combination because the last mission ends with Tamara congratulating you on getting as far into the Tal Shiar as you have because no one else has gotten in this far, and then immediately right after she says, "Oh wait, but your cover is blown."
Whoops!
Whoops.
Whoops!
Which, to be honest, is entirely because we ended up beaming onto Hakiv's ship. Like if we had ended up on anyone else's ship, it probably would have continued on. Just that Hakiv knows that we are out to get him.
Yeah.
I recommend that you
So yeah, it is the Veldor that we barely get to use.
Yeah.
just look at what happened to Tom.
Which, whoops!
Uh.
I bought it, but oh well. Like I getting used to
Yeah,
the console.
that console is still great.
I've gotten a crap ton of use out of it already. Just
Yeah, that console is still great.
yeah.
And yeah, then next level or the next tier, we have our choice between those either getting the big cruiser or continuing on with escorts.
Our methods may be extreme.
Yay! Yeah, I didn't have that choice first time.
Yeah, it is super rough.
It was. Now it's not gonna be. I'm gonna get the Arcala anyway because I want those quad cannons.
Yeah.
And,
I should buy that as well because it is just a great ship. Although I do have the Deradex refit already.
yeah. So anyone out there who played the Old Republic Imperial Agent storyline will probably be having a few flashbacks here.
Imperial Agent. You
That was like the best story in
know it was, but some of the stuff in it just frustrates me.
Yeah, the hologram thing.
The hologram thing is so dumb. Especially since you actually end up running into people who have that power literally in the next story, and you can't do anything about it.
And if it was the world story, I would actually forgive it, but actually
it
it's still
is
the
specifically
personal story.
your story, and the literal next planet involves you dealing with a group of people who have pretty much the same ability and are using it to do what you want to use your ability for.
And it's not like you can even like optionally choose that planet before the other
Yeah. No, you are stuck.
Can't be. I thought everyone else escaped Terrace's base.
one. Yeah, so basically they're trying to brainwash you.
So you can basically spend the whole time either accepting it or refusing it, but eventually you'll have to
Why would you go with that
do something in order to carry on.
You know he's going to make you use that weapon. You can
Yeah, so like you see, you end up not having much of a choice, but you can.
It's done pretty cool.
Yeah, well, we both have a friend who is super upset about this, but he is kind of weird in general with some
Well,
things.
he's.
Okay, that
I
that
make fun of him,
animation
but he does not
that
like
animation was super weird.
railroading in video
Yes,
games.
and for that I can fully understand. I can fully agree with him in within certain contexts.
Yeah.
That animation was real
I
weird
mean,
for
in
me
this
right there
case,
too, because I was totally not shooting at Satra.
whoops.
And then it reveals that it's actually all a hologram.
Whoops, that's a mind screw.
Um, anyway, sorry, I was interrupting you.
Oh yeah, no, I can. Yeah, I can understand not liking railroading. I make fun of him all the time for this
Oh
kind of
yeah,
thing. But I do understand not liking railroading.
yeah.
It's
No,
just
I fully agree.
in this context, it actually makes sense because it's not like your character literally is having much of a choice.
Hmm.
Ultimately, what's going on? So. How far are you? Are you on the
Yeah.
Thalaron part? I like how when you grab the other thing, it's like, nope, that option
Yeah.
disappears.
Visioning is affecting your
You
optical
literally
nerves.
have to grab it.
Don't trust your eyes.
That's not the correct part. I don't think that's the part you wanted.
How did that happen? The part you just picked up has been replaced. The conditioning.
But yeah, it's done
No,
interesting.
it is. Like I actually don't mind the way this is all structured.
Yeah.
You know, it works well enough for the way this the engine itself works.
Yeah.
That would have caused the weapon to short out before it could hurt anyone. You were close to preventing the reaction from getting the activation energies needed to self-replicate. That would have rendered the weapon delivery system inert.
But yeah, the Tor one was done a little more elegantly, but they built their engine to do a lot of storytelling
Yes.
stuff. That not to say that Tor didn't have its own set of goofy crap things. By the way, I'm totally spoiling that Tor at one point you get brainwashed.
You know what? Eh.
Go ahead, detonate the weapon outside the test chamber. You'll only kill yourself.
I've
Oh, now we're gonna kill the poor bunnies.
well, I don't think they're bunnies.
Epos,
Yeah.
whatever. You can
Yeah.
breed them. That's actually a very good way to get Romulan
Yeah,
marks.
it is a real.
It's a way to get a lot of Romulan marks every few days.
Yeah,
but
depending on how you're doing the breeding, like if you want the most, I think the most efficient way is to have them bred up to the highest tier.
yeah, if you bring up the highest tier, you basically get 400 marks.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely much more efficient. Which means
Yeah, but it takes I think depending on how it involves duty officer missions. If you crit, it goes a bit
actually
faster. But
well, I don't know about I haven't done normal ones, but for the special events like the summer and winter event, a crit actually moves them to an alternate path, which is worth more.
yeah, it moves them to an alternate path. But the thing to get the research to get them up is if you crit,
Oh,
you get
okay.
more of it. And so if you crit, you get 3. Normally, you just get 1. So and you need 5 to get them in the first place. So it's depending on whether you crit or not, it could take 2 days or 5, so, or somewhere between that. So
Okay, because I haven't.
that's yeah.
I haven't tried doing the normal ones. I've done some of the special event ones because if you do the special event ones,
They're special.
that you also get every other mark.
Mm-hmm. I started a few the other day just to. I haven't actually gotten one yet, but I started doing it just because
Yeah.
Romulan marks. Okay, so how far are you? Because I
I'm
can't
on
see
the
you.
Borg implant.
Yeah, this part's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, this one's kind of weird.
But your bedside manner could use some work.
It was a good attempt. You'll find another way to stop
After
this
everything
madness.
this patient has been through,
This one is really, really screwed up. I mean, killing small animals kind of screwed up, like serial killer screwed up.
Yeah.
This one really, really
Yeah,
screwed up.
like we already know that dealing with Borg tech is a terrible idea. Why? Like, why would they think this is a great idea? It's because they're evil supervillains.
so hard to not be a Tal Shiar agent that you
But yeah, it's
best ones yet.
this is totally a terrible idea. Although I do like that one of the resistance options is to release the Borg drone, because that's actually probably an even worse idea than what we're doing right now.
No deaths were required. This patient is giving his life for science. There's no need to add more pain. Death process isn't a better option despite your best efforts.
Yeah.
Though it actually is good that we're doing this mission after Season 9 started, I just realized. Yeah, because it's interesting, you basically get a special trait that's just always active from this
Huh.
mission.
Because I remember, I think I might have never actually picked it up on my primary Romulan. Because I think when I went through this the first time, it was a little bugged. So I don't think I actually got it, but maybe I did, and it's just well, and it's just always on. Anyway, so yeah, so if you choose all the green options at every opportunity, oh, that's not where I wanted to go. You get a achievement for it.
Yeah. The achievement called There Are Four Lights.
There are some pretty good reference achievements for the Romulan story.
Yes.
Alright. Alright, so I just went back to the med bay.
Almost there. Judo chop!
He just totally punched me right in the back.
Yeah, I'm so short, it actually looked like he smacked me in the back of the neck. So it looked like a
My
judo chop.
scarf was totally wigging the hell out in that cutscene. Because it was just sort of in a bundle floating above my back. It was pretty great.
Mm-hmm. So this dude, of course, was like working for them all along.
So now, yeah, working for both. So
By
now
them, I
we
mean
need
the
to.
Republic.
Now that we've gotten ourselves back, let's do a little bit of our own sabotage.
Sabotage! Like releasing the
Yeah.
Borg drone.
That sounds like a great idea. But I think we do have to do that. Yes, we need to distract the guards and the scientist, so we can get into the back room. Oh yeah. So we have to make it appear that the patient is reanimating. And then distract the guards by setting off a fire, because that's a great idea.
Totally is. Look, we're in space. To set off the fire, all they have to do is open the window.
But now you need to run around a little bit and find the actual components you need in order to start the fire or get the pacemaker.
Yep. Of course,
Yeah,
the
and then
pacemaker
the
stuff's going to be in the med
fire
bay.
stuff.
Now, I do find it a little funny that with all the Star Trek super tech in existence, they still have pacemakers.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it makes sense though.
Well, I mean, Picard had an artificial heart, and they
Yeah.
called it that, not a pacemaker. So I don't know.
I
Maybe.
I imagine that they probably have better systems.
Yeah, I'm assuming
Yeah,
like the
oh, yeah,
pacemaker is not
it's-
like
it
a
is
modern
probably
day
not
pacemaker.
anything like what is in use right now. It is probably a lot more reliable.
It doesn't set off airport
Or
security systems.
or is affected by microwaves. Yeah.
That would suck, man. Pacemaker, you can't even make like, chili
Man,
cheese dogs in the
well,
microwave. Of course, if you've
Well,
got a pacemaker, you probably shouldn't.
be. But it's not like you are going to be fried by a by 'em, but you should limit your
Yeah.
exposure to such things. Right, so we'll attach these things to the drone to make
Well,
it.
It's not like
Yeah,
you literally have to wait for
I've
them.
started the fire. Okay, there. Distract the scientists. And I should, come on, distract the guards. There we go, guards are distracted. Now to find Hakiv's lab. Then, which involves you activating a Borg walker and making some sort of toxic gas.
Wherever would you find toxic gas on a ship armed with plasma
Thalaron
weapons?
devices.
Yeah, that would have been a funny option. Set off
Yeah,
Thalaron device
that-
in lab.
Would have been the ultimate option, I imagine. Alright, there's those, I think. Okay. Yep, and I've activated the drone, which I think, I think this may actually be like the one. I don't know if there's any other locations that you see this Borg walker. I can't remember seeing it anywhere else in the game. Maybe in an STF, but it seems like that's kind of strange.
True facts, I've never done any of the Borg.
Yeah,
Prime
I've
STFs.
done a few of them just because I've wanted some of the special stuff, but like, pre season 8. Come on, override the panel. There we go. I think it was giving me the option, but it was claiming I wasn't quite close enough. Sometimes it's very finicky. Like if the prompts can pop up a little bit further away, then it will actually allow you to. Well, yeah, it'll sometimes give you the prompt a little further away than you can actually interact.
Yeah. Yeah, I should try the Borg STFs because I know. Don't
Yes,
you get a actual
one
like
of
Borg
them
bridge officer
has
from one of them?
one of the it's the Borg science officer. You can get from I want to say it's Kinnemer Accord ground. I'll have to look that one up. And that's that the way you get that one is
Yeah.
actually really amusing because it involves you actually running into a Borg assimilator and dying because you have assimilated yourself, you dummy. And it gives you an achievement, and if you have that achievement, then you can talk to there's someone you can talk to, and you can purchase the Borg bridge officer. The Borg science bridge officer is actually not bad. I just don't use him. Oh yeah. The novelty of it is
for the
is
novelty
pretty
of
cool.
nothing else, though.
And honestly, the achievement is hilarious.
Yeah.
So like it is totally worth doing anyway. It's unfortunate that there's almost enough Borg bridge officers to do a full Borg team. If you had
Borg team.
if you were flying an Atrox, there are actually enough options to have a full bridge officer complement that is Borg. It's just that the problem is that two of the Borg you would need in order to do that are mutually exclusive, because the Federation and the Klingon liberated Borg bridge officer that you can buy from the C store is an engineer, and the version that you can buy as a Romulan is tactical. But you can't have both the Romulan. If you're a Romulan character, you get the Romulan one. You can't buy the engineer one.
Since we picked up a subspace transmission from an informant who said you were on board. It's been more than a week. How are you? What did they do to you?
Oh, so this option here is probably what that trait actually does. You choose whether you're getting a permanent plus damage or a permanent minus damage buff.
Understood.
Yeah, this one I
think
choose
my
the
other
minus
character has
damage
the
just
minus
for,
damage one.
a little bit more survival.
Our reinforcements from the Romulan Republic.
It's a really minor. I mean, it only works on
take
a
a look
logic,
at it
but...
as soon as we're done here.
Yeah, it's a super minor thing.
Yeah,
where having
especially
all
if it's going to be a trait
not
that's
huge
outside
deal.
of the trait system, then yeah.
Has left you with an inflated sense
Mhm.
of self-worth. Interesting.
Oh,
It might
here's
be a
another
sign of
opportunity for us to blow up Hakiv. Oh no, he doesn't die just yet.
Oh, he can't die yet.
What's interesting as well is that he
His
flies
punishment must be more severe.
the assimilated destroyer. I don't know if that's something that's changed. I think he might have been flying the assimilated destroyer in when Legacy of Romulus came out, but that might have been something that they added afterwards, because the assimilated destroyer was not in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Well,
it
neither
didn't
did
exist
this
before
mission.
Legacy of Romulus. Yeah, true.
But yeah, I can't remember what he was originally flying. But it is definitely interesting to see that they changed it to the assimilated destroyer, because that actually makes a lot of sense. Like if you look at what the description of that ship was, and that the assimilated destroyer was the Lobby store variant that you could get from the Tal Shiar. Yeah, that's what.
No, the cruiser was the Lobby
yeah,
store.
he's flying the cruiser.
The destroyer was the...
Was I using the wrong term?
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, he was flying the
Yes, but
assimilated
that's okay.
cruiser. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, okay. Now we're in the same thing.
Maybe, or maybe it just when
Well,
I
because probably
respawned, it
doesn't matter anymore.
bumped me into. Because I think because I. Oh, huh. Okay.
Well, no,
Weird.
I just got into
I
space.
don't know.
So.
Hey, whatever.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the bat. Yeah, you were saying destroy everything.
Yeah,
That
they.
doesn't matter.
Well, I
They're
think
they're not the same thing.
the other one isn't actually isn't an escort. I think they are both cruisers, are they not? It's just that one is tactical oriented and one is engineer oriented.
I don't know. I've never used it.
I mean, I
think it's kind of quick.
imagine it kind of would be. That's how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the
It'd
weird
be
thing
cool
about
to
it,
have.
but
I
it's
never wanted on my
because they are a
Romans, I like the
lockbox ship.
similarity.
So because they're available to everyone, they couldn't.
Did
Well,
detect an Iconian
they
signal
could
at
have,
the
but
time
they
with
chose to keep the Romulan
Keith making his escape from the
special
gateway.
ability unique to Romulans. So only Romulans can fly ships with singularity powers.
Yeah.
So because the two Tal Shiar assimilated ships
Right.
can be flown by anyone, they were modified to use matter-antimatter engines instead. So that basically now, yeah, bunch of stuff
Yep.
from that mission, and that ends
Buttload of stuff
us
from that
with
mission.
we have returned from our stint in infiltrating the Tal Shiar. So next time when we play, we will be starting the Nimbus stuff again, where we will probably end. We'll probably end getting a promotion to our next ship. But yeah, well,
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
24 now, so we have to do Temporal Ambassador. That'll bump us another level. So.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
the
why
Nimbus
we're
stuff's the same,
doing
but
them.
it kind of has more resonance as
we're
well.
going to be doing
just 'cause-
them again on this series because it actually the story in the Nimbus stuff actually makes sense to the Romulans.
Yeah. Then there's the last Theology line, and then we get back in the Riemann series, which again works a lot similarly on the Romulans.
Yeah, it
Works
totally
a lot
does.
better on the,
You get
the story more
really
as the
close to
Romulans.
max level just by doing the Romulan only storyline on the Romulan side, which is actually really nice. I really like the way that they've structured the missions. It flows better than the Klingon remake, but I have to at least give them credit for giving Klingons a full 1 to 50 leveling flow, even if it's a lot of redone missions or overhauled ones. So that'll be it for us for this week.
Well, we're gonna do the featured episode. That's a different video.
Well, yeah. So that'll be a different video. But well, we thank everyone for watching, and we hope to see you all next time.
Bye, everybody. Hail Hydra.